Imagine waking up to a nightmare where the person you trust most in the world, the person you've raised 7 children with, is behind bars for a crime so stomach-churning, it defies words. But instead of an apology, instead of the truth, you receive a series of letters. Letters that don't sound like a man in mourning for his sins, but a man who believes he is a king in exile. Welcome back. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a level of manipulation that is truly hard to fathom. We have obtained the leaked emails sent between Josh and Anna Duggar during his time at Washington County. These aren't just messages, they are a masterclass in psychological warfare and spiritual gaslighting. For the next 35 minutes, we are going to dissect the chilling reality of how a predator uses the most sacred words to keep his victim in chains. And for those of you watching in the UK, where the scrutiny of this family has always been intense, what you're about to hear will make your skin crawl. Before we dive into the dark heart of these emails, I want to share a perspective on something we often overlook, the concept of pride. We often think of pride as boasting, but there is a deeper, more dangerous version. It's the belief that you, and only you, have the right to make the final call, that your will is the only one that matters. In the world of the Duggars, this pride is masked as divine authority. Anna Duggar was recently gifted $1 million home. 7,000 square feet of luxury. On the surface, it looks like a blessing. But look closer. Anna doesn't own that house. She is a guest in a golden cage, rewarded for her silence and her faithfulness to a man who, by all accounts, has betrayed every vow he ever made. Let's look at the timeline. Between December 2021 and June 2022, Josh Duggar was a man cornered. He knew the walls were closing in. He knew that if Anna walked away, his entire godly persona would shatter. So, what did he do? He began a campaign of love bombing that is as calculated as it is desperate. In January 2022, he wrote to her, claiming he was thankful for her encouragement. He spoke about their children being healthy and obedient, but pay attention to the language he uses. He compares himself to a pilot flying through a storm, trusting his instruments. He tells Anna that God is already in the future, fixing everything. Do you see the trap? By framing his incarceration as a storm sent by God, he removes his own agency. He isn't a criminal facing justice. He's a martyr facing a trial of faith that he even had the audacity to preach to other inmates. He tells Anna about a chapel service where he focused on the story of Joseph. This is where the gaslighting becomes truly dangerous. In the Bible, Joseph was a man of integrity who was falsely accused. By identifying as Joseph, Josh is telling Anna and himself that the jury, the evidence, and the law are all part of a grand lie. He is casting himself as the hero of a story where he is the victim. This isn't just a delusion, it's a tactic. If he can convince Anna that he is like the greats of the Bible, then her staying with him becomes a holy mission. He uses the book of Romans to preach about patience and suffering and God getting revenge. But he conveniently skips the verses that demand honesty, self-evaluation, and true repentance. He demands the grace of a victim while being the perpetrator. The narcissism in these emails is breathtaking. He writes to her saying he feels like the only normal person in jail. He looks down on other inmates, calling them mentally scratched CDS. He even compares his own frustration with the inmates to the frustration Jesus felt with the world. The level of arrogance required to compare your time in a detention center for these specific crimes to the life of Christ is staggering. And then, there's the control. When Anna dares to ask a question or shows a moment of doubt, Josh immediately flips the script. He claims the enemy is trying to divide them. He tells her that anyone speaking the truth is actually a weapon formed against them. He tells his children to pray for a miracle, knowing full well the evidence that convicted him. He is raising a new generation to believe that the truth is an attack and that justice is an injustice. Perhaps the most revealing part of these leaked messages is what Josh says he misses about Anna. He doesn't talk about her soul, her dreams, or her personality. He misses a servant. He misses her popping his pimples, ironing his t-shirts, making his coffee, and wiping his face. He misses the convenience of a woman who has been trained since birth to have no needs of her own. As we look at the $1 million mansion Jim Bob Duggar provided in 2025, we have to ask, what is the true cost of that house? It wasn't bought with money. It was bought with Anna's soul. It was bought with the silence of a woman who has been told that her salvation is tied to a man who refuses to take a single ounce of accountability. The experts at his sentencing were clear. They warned that he shows every sign of someone who will reoffend because he refuses to acknowledge what he has done. He has placed Anna in a position where she is waiting for a blessing that is actually a curse. This story isn't just about a fallen reality star. It's a warning about how easily faith can be weaponized to protect a monster. It's about the danger of a community that values the image of a family over the safety of the children within it. As we continue to watch this tragedy unfold, we must keep speaking the truth. Because in a world of golden cages and leaked emails, the truth is the only thing that can truly set someone free. Anna may have the house, but she is still waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel that Josh promised. A light that, as long as he refuses to repent, will never truly come. Stay tuned as we continue to break down the latest developments and the dark history that the Duggars are desperate to keep hidden. Imagine waking up in $1 million mansion. 7,000 square feet of pure luxury, nestled in the heart of Arkansas. From the outside, it looks like the ultimate reward for a life of faith. But as the British public has often asked, what is the true price of such a home? Because for Anna Duggar, this isn't just a house. It's a golden cage. And the man who holds the key is currently sitting in a federal prison cell, thousands of miles away, spinning a web of lies that would make your skin crawl. Welcome to the beginning of a deep dive into a story that has shocked the world. Over the next few episodes, we are going to dissect the leaked, private communications between Josh Duggar and his wife, Anna. These aren't just emails. They are a haunting look at how a master manipulator uses the most sacred words of the Bible to keep his victim paralyzed in a state of false hope. Today, in Part 1, we explore the Holy Mask. How did a man convicted of such heinous crimes manage to convince his wife and his children that he is actually a hero? Before we look at the emails, we have to understand the environment Anna was raised in. It's an environment where pride is considered the ultimate sin. But here's the twist. In the Duggar world, pride isn't just about boasting. It's about a woman having the right to make her own decisions. Anna was taught that questioning her husband, or even her parents' plans for her wedding, was a sign of a rebellious heart. She was broken into submission long before the scandal ever broke. Now, let's look at the chilling reality of December 2021. Josh is locked up, facing a future behind bars. But instead of the brokenness of a guilty man, his emails reveal the arrogance of a martyr. On January 22nd, he writes to Anna, not with an apology, but with a lecture. He tells her how grateful he is for her obedience. Think about that word for a second. In a healthy marriage, you want love. In a cult-like dynamic, you demand obedience. Josh uses a metaphor that is as clever as it is dangerous. He tells Anna that he is like a pilot flying through a storm. He says a pilot doesn't fear the clouds because he trusts the instrument panel. In this twisted scenario, Josh is the pilot, and God is his instrument. By framing his crimes as a storm sent by God, he removes any sense of personal guilt. He tells Anna, don't look at the evidence. Don't look at the trial. Just look at the instruments. But the manipulation doesn't stop there. He takes it to a level that is truly shocking. He begins to compare himself to the great figures of the Bible. He preaches to other inmates about the story of Joseph, a man who was famously and falsely accused. By telling Anna about these sermons, he is sending her a coded message. I am Joseph. I am being persecuted because I am righteous. The world is lying about me, just like they lied about the prophets. This is spiritual gaslighting at its most extreme. He is effectively telling his wife that if she believes the court, if she believes the jury, or if she believes the victims, she is siding with the enemy against God's chosen man. He even goes as far as to involve their innocent children. He tells Anna to tell the kids to keep praying because a miracle is coming. He is setting his own children up for a lifetime of confusion, teaching them that the justice system is evil and their father is a saint. He is creating an us versus the world bunker mentality. As we end Part 1, ask yourself this. How do you escape a prison when you've been told that the person who put you there is your only path to heaven? In the next part, we're going to look at the list of demands. We'll see what Josh actually misses about his wife, and spoiler alert, it isn't her company. It's her service. We will uncover the emails where his love reveals itself to be nothing more than a desire for a servant. The mansion may be worth $1 million, but the cost to Anna's soul is immeasurable. Stay with us as we continue to uncover the dark truth behind the Duggar letters. In Part 1, We saw how Josh Duggar began his psychological warfare from behind bars, painting himself as a biblical martyr. But as we move into the heart of these leaked emails, a much darker and more selfish reality begins to emerge. It's a reality that strips away the holy mask and reveals what Josh Duggar truly values in his wife. And I warn you, for anyone who believes in the dignity of a woman, this is difficult to hear. As Josh sits in his cell, he spends a lot of time love-bombing Anna. He tells her she is wise, he tells her she is kind, and he promises her that God is going to lavish them with rewards. But then, the mask slips. In an email dated March 10th, Josh writes about what he actually misses. He doesn't say he misses Anna's laugh, her perspective on life, or even the simple bond of their friendship. Instead, he provides a shopping list of services. He tells her he misses her popping his pimples. He misses her wiping spots off his face and trimming the back of his neck. He misses her folding his laundry and ironing his t-shirts exactly how he likes them. To the UK audience watching this, let's call it what it is. This isn't a husband missing his wife. This is a master missing his servant. Even in the middle of a federal sentence for crimes that should have brought him to his knees in shame, his primary focus is his own physical comfort. He views Anna not as a partner, but as a biological appliance designed to cater to his every whim. But the manipulation goes even deeper. Whenever Anna shows a flicker of independence or starts to question the web of lies is spinning, Josh immediately weaponizes their religion. In late February, it appears they had a disagreement, a moment where Anna's intuition might have finally started to scream. Josh responds. He turns himself into the victim again. He tells her that any doubt she feels is the enemy trying to divide them. He says, and I quote, "The enemy wants our family to be what they say it is, a failure." Do you see what he's doing? He is equating Anna's natural doubt with the work of the devil. He is telling her that to trust her own eyes and her own brain is to betray God. This is the ultimate trap. He has entwined her salvation with his own. He tells her that if she stays faithful to him, God will give them the desires of their heart. He is literally dangling her spiritual future over a cliff, telling her that the only way to stay safe is to keep holding his hand, even as he pulls her down into the darkness with him. And while he's demanding this absolute loyalty, he's also busy trashing his own family. In these emails, Josh turns on his own father, Jim Bob. He complains that his father is trying to rescue his own reputation at Josh's expense. The irony is staggering. The very man who is currently providing the $1 million roof over Anna's head is being painted as a shamer in Josh's private messages. It's a classic narcissistic tactic. Isolate your victim from everyone else so that you are the only voice they trust. As we look at the luxury mansion Anna now lives in, that 7,000 square foot fortress, we have to realize it's not a gift of love. It's a strategic move to keep her in the fold. It's a reward for a woman who has successfully ignored the evidence, ignored the victims, and accepted the role of a noble sufferer. Josh promises her a victory. He tells her they will come through the fire shining. But as the investigators noted at his sentencing, Josh Duggar has no intention of changing. He refuses therapy, he refuses accountability, and he continues to manipulate from within the system. In the final part of our series, we are going to look at the endgame. What happens when the miracle Josh promised doesn't arrive? And what is the chilling warning that the justice system gave about the future of his family? The golden cage is locked, the emails are out, and the truth is more shocking than we ever imagined.